strong jab out there. I'd like to see him keep the canvas that he takes when he moves forward and pushes Dovlet back. It's going to be much safer to crowd him up against the fence a little and take away some of those spinning kicks. There it is again. Very calculated approach by both of these guys. Unlike some of the fights that we've seen on the prelims where they've just been barn burners from the first second.
High stakes for both of these individuals.
Good straight to the body again by Yagshimuradov. That's the second time he's landed that with effect. It's like he was trying to stitch a left hook on it as well. Switched his stance now. That might mean a different skill set.
Pedro just showed a knee right up the center. Dowlet's going to have to be careful about not dipping his head down onto that. High kick slapped off the cheek.
Goes again to the body.
And he did so going underneath the long hook from Tyson Pedro.
Yagshimuradov, well, both these guys, but particularly Yagshimuradov with his hands very low as he's moving into range. But the confidence in his reactions, his ability to get his head out of the way. Great movement by Tyson Pedro to slip that punch.
Big leaping swing there from Dowlet. Neither man really building combinations as of yet. Wheel kick just misses again.
That's another good calf kick. It looked like Dovlet was able to turn his shin a little to check that. If I'm Tyson Pedro, I'm going to be investing in that lead leg because that's going to take away some of the speed off the spinning attacks. Again, good feints.
It's a much more tentative pace than we've seen from Tyson Pedro, but an indication of the respect he has for the former PFL champion.
I think with Dovlet being such a difficult person to read, you've kind of got to give him this respect in the opening round.
Snatch and a big takedown for Dowlet to perhaps steal round number one. If he can finish on top, Tyson kicks him off, eats some damage to the thigh as a result. Round two, Yagshimuradov in the black, Sean O'Connell, Dan Hardy on the broadcast. A tentative first round, Dan. Let's see if they pick up the pace here in the second frame.
Yeah, very guarded output so far from Tyson Pedro. Again, getting his reads on Yagshimuradov, who throws a wrench in the works with a big takedown at the end of the first round, which may not have been on Tyson Pedro's spectrum up until that point, which was probably why it caught him by surprise. Big overhand, short uppercut by Yagshimuradov, covered by Tyson Pedro.
And that's where Dowlet's at his best, when he can get that first punch to force you to shell up and freeze your feet, and then he just rallies with a big combination. Nice right hand cracked off the ear from Dowlet this time, getting his reads in as well.
Yeah, look at the redness on that lead leg of Tyson Pedro from the calf kicks. He lands one of his own. A big whistling right hand slips by his head. Good feint there by Tyson Pedro. Almost sets up his lead hand. Dowlet a couple of times has called Pedro on. I think he would like him to engage more. Yagshimuradov works much better as a counter striker. Again, another good calf kick. Oh, that was a good right hand. Man, he wore that on the beard, no problem.
Let Pedro punch himself right past to the other side of this cage.
Lead hook kick, we don't see those very often in MMA. Nice rear teep to the midsection, pushes Pedro back.
Again. Overhand right again for Dowlet. You can see the speed difference here.
It almost helps Tyson Pedro that he's ducking out of the way of it, because he's riding the punch as it's coming, but Dowlet has started to stitch that lead uppercut on, so he might be getting the read that Pedro's moving towards his lead hand away from that overhand right. Again, hands down.
Almost goading Pedro forward. He landed a good jab, but Dowlet gets his head off the center line on the following right hand. Dowlet again attacking the lead calf. some nasty swelling and redness now.
This is your division, Sean. As you always tell us, it's the greatest division in the sport. How do you deal with Yagshimuradov the way he's fighting right now?
Well, I'm glad I never had to, because his speed is really something. If you're Tyson Pedro, though, you have to try to build some combinations. Even if you eat a punch in the middle, trying these single jabs, long pot shots, it's just not going to work against the faster fighter.
Quite a big part of cage control would be helpful for Tyson Pedro, because right now he's giving Dovlet as much space as he would like to work. I think even if Tyson Pedro added in a little bit of clinch work as well, to kind of manage him up against the fence and wear him down a little bit.
And he does have a proficient ground game. 5 submission victories out of 10 pro victories.
Almost looked like Tyson Pedro was thinking about a spinning elbow of his own there when he dipped down, like he was going to bring the right elbow around.
Well, if you've been training it, why not show Dowlet something that he has not seen from you on tape?
Pedro struggling to get his reads on Dovlet.
And this is exactly what Dovlet Yagshimuradov wants. He wants someone who's willing to stand with him, not going to show him any takedowns.
Big feint with the right hand there as he switched his stance. And again, buzzsaw combination. Now he's trying to put the damage on him. Pedro covers up well.
You see how fast those flurries come. As soon as you stop your feet moving, Dowlet is going to punish you for it. Little eye leaking from the inside, maybe right up against the nose of Tyson Pedro. Ran into a left hand, ducked the right that followed. Now Dowlet again with the clinch.
Oh, that was unlucky for Tyson, who slipped as he was driving his opponent to the fence.
It looked like he was going to end up in top position, and instead he finds himself here in the final few seconds of round number 2. Here in round 3 in his PFL debut.
Yeah, I mean, so far, Yagshimuradov has just been kind of showing his skill set, shifted through gears a little bit when he's needed to. But because Tyson Pedro's not opening up very much, it's making it difficult for Dovlet to find his counter strikes. He's always much better against an aggressive opponent. This is a better version of Tyson Pedro right now. More on the front foot, trying to move himself into boxing range. His defense has held up, so it's time for him to take a few chances now, especially at close range, where you take away the big spinning attacks. You can see some redness next to the eye of Dovlet. Tries for the right hand again, does Pedro. Eats a couple of shots, but manages to roll out of the danger.
Tried a knee there as Dowlet came crashing in. It's a good thought, because as soon as Dowlet lands something, you know that he's going to get in close and try to throw those short hook type punches, even the elbow like he finished that combination with earlier. Switching stances there for Dowlet. Pedro made him pay with a kick to the body.
Yeah, good timing on that. Saw Dovlet dipping down. Thought about the calf kick again. Tyson's going to have to pick up the pace here. He's going to have to open up, take some risks. Because Dowlet can play this game. He's a very disciplined fighter, very technical.
It's a good jab that landed for Tyson Pedro, but then Dowlet punishes with the left hook.
It's like Yagshimuradov's trying to draw Tyson Pedro in by using his reaction times as a tease. He's also trying to counter that jab with like a, oh, that was a good right hand by Tyson Pedro.
You can't stunt too hard in this division. One shot is all it takes to change things. Dowlet wore that one well.
I'd like to see Tyson. Oh, he's hurt.
He's got Dowlet hurt and wobbled. Pedro swinging away. Can he get the finish here in round 3? The right hand, the follow
reeling.
And an uppercut from Tyson Pedro.
Oh, he's all over the place. This is going to be a TKO finish. One more big shot, he's down.
2 minutes to work and more hammer fists. Pedro's got to keep his legs out of the grip of Dovlet and not let him get back into this fight.
Oh, he's scrambling. His legs are not underneath him.
Short right hand. Misses and then lands a right. And somehow Dowlet, Yagshimuradov with a lift and a takedown. Back from the brink and settling into a rest position for now. I think Tyson Pedro punched himself out there.
I think you're right. Minute 45 to go, and that was most likely his best opportunity to get a finish. You've got to wonder whether that's worth a 10-8 though in this round. It could have brought it back to a drawn scorecard. The pressure might be on Yagshimuradov to get the victory back that was in his hands at the start of this round.
I think even this top position and a couple of strikes from there is enough to nullify a 10-8. In Dowlet's favor, at least. Tyson Pedro almost certainly will win this third round if he can survive to the end. But he was oh so close to staging the comeback victory. He's got a minute left to make something happen.
Good elbow from the top by Dovlet, who's probably relieved that he's in this position where he can utilize his base skills to maintain. Tyson's got to have some urgency. 45 seconds in the last round. He doesn't look to be building up in any way. He could get a foot on the cage potentially and bridge, but he's got to move if he's going to do it.
"30 seconds left. Dovlet peels Tyson Pedro away. Nasty left hand down, a big right elbow. Dovlet appears to have his wits back about him after the danger from earlier in this round. He's opened up a big cut on the side of Tyson Pedro's head.
Oh, that is a big cut right on the temple. I think you're right, Sean. I think even with the panic in this round for Dovlet and his team, I think he's managed to nullify.
What an